All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Head, shout out to Uncle DV, and shout out to the community. That's all about a unity. Welcome to the China Club. China. What's going on, everybody? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. And welcome to the show. All right. Tonight we got a really good show for you. I'm in a great mood, you know. I was able to get home, get situated, eat, and I'm ready for the show. Like, let's have a great show tonight. Get ready for the weekend, you know. I don't know how the weather's gonna be over the weekend, but I hope it's nice. Spring is starting to break here in New York City. Let me make sure everybody on the IG. What up, everybody here on the IG? Welcome to the show. It's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toe. All right. So yeah, last show we were talking about love and lust, and you know, I think we delved into the lust side of it, but we didn't really delve into the love side of it as much as I wanted to. So tonight, let's bring up the bad girl. What up, bad girl? Snipers in the building. Come out and play. What up, bad girl? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling great. You know, I'm feeling really good tonight. Well rested. Had a good day at work. Got my food. I'm good. I'm ready to get into some good conversations tonight. So once again, tonight we're talking about love and lust. I think we really hit all the different spectrums, angles, everything about lust on the last show. But I think love deserved a little bit more time than what it got. So I said, you know what? Let's go with love and lust part 2. All right. This time we're gonna kind of focus in on the love side of it, because lust can. Cheating Death is in the building. What's going on, Cheating Death? What's going on, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? I think the love side of it. Well, honestly, love is more important than lust. Let me say that right off the bat. Lust can be fun, but lust can be fun, but love is beautiful. You know, real love, true love between you and your partner, two people. You know, it can't be replaced. You know, love is one of the only things. It might be the only thing that can tear you apart, throw you down in the dirt, kick you down the steps, and you'll still get back up and come looking for it again. Or love can hurt you. Love can heal you just as well as it can hurt you. Sometimes it can heal you better than it can hurt you. And I think that's why we always come back to it, because it's a feeling when someone truly loves you and you truly love someone. It's a feeling that can't be. Humble God, Mr. Slowburn is in the building. What up, bro? I think love is something that. Hold on, I gotta bring the screen up a little bit so I can notice when the people are jumping in on IG. I didn't even notice my man, Mr. Slowburn, over here. Bring it up right there. I think you're good right there. Yeah, like love can destroy you, but you'll also come crawling back to it for it to heal you. You know, so. Love, people say money makes the world go around. I think love makes the world go around. It just depends on what it is that you love. Some people love their wife. Some people love money. Some people love attention. Some people love drugs. It's a lot of different things you can love, you know. What up, Nick Garcia? Welcome to the stream, my brother. I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. If you want to come join the conversation tonight, we're talking about love and lust. If you want to join the conversation, you can just come on over to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in WCIS and the number 1. Come join the conversation, all right, my brother? BX the Great One with your Rudy Poo candy ass. What up, BX the Great One? How you doing, my brother? Before I go any further, let me know how we sounding over here. We sounding good? All right. I love life, and that's 100. What up? Come on over to the YouTube, bro. Come join the conversation, man. You gotta come back to the community, bro. Don't stay over here on the IG. Come on over to the real show so you can see all the comments and everything. I really would love for you to come on over, man. Just go to YouTube and type in WCIS1, all right? Come join the conversation, bro. From my Ustream, brother. Like, come on. If you was with us on the Ustream, you got to come on over to the YouTube. You know we need the help over here. YouTube, you know, they ain't got no room for small channels like us over here, you know? But we're going to keep doing the show anyway, all right? BX, how you doing tonight, my brother? Cheating, how you doing tonight? All right. Hopefully everybody's feeling wonderful. So, my question for everybody that's watching right now, first question I have is, at what age did you feel like you first felt or fell in love? At what age did you feel like, you know what? I think I love this girl, woman, teen. It depends on what age, you know. But when was the first time you felt love for another person besides someone in your family? All right. Oh, my main man, the humble guy, Mr. Slowburn. Mr. Slowburn, how you doing, my brother? Let me tell y'all, my man, Mr. Slowburn, been rocking with us since day one, back in the Ustream days. I used to watch his stream. He used to come and watch our stream. Shout out to Mrs. Slowburn, you know, my Scorpio sister, you know, and God bless you, bro, for always checking in with me and always supporting the show. Every time I jump into the stream, always shows us so much. Into his stream, he always shows me so much love, and I got to show him that love and respect back in return now that he's come back to the WCIS community. Yeah, my brother, how you doing, man? All right. So the question for tonight, all right, we're gonna bring all the answers. All answers will be put onto the screen in red. All right. So Bad Girl said she thought she was 16 when she felt like it was the first time she loved someone. All right, 16 years old. What did you love about that person at 16 years old? All right. My man Cheating said 26 for me. Damn, Cheating, you a late bloomer, bro. My man Cheating is a late bloomer. He said he ain't love nobody till he was 26. Oh man, let me see what my man BX the Great One said. For me, I think I first fell for someone at the age of 21 or 23. Okay. How you doing, Miss King? Welcome to the stream. God bless you, Miss King. I love you, Miss King. How are you doing? Hopefully everything is well with you. Miss King done checked in on the IG. And I'm asking everybody the question. Nobody's excluded. I want everybody to be a part of the show. Miss King, I want you to go back in time, all right? I want you to go back and think. When was the first time at what age were you when you felt like you loved someone for the very first time? All right? That's the question for tonight. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm also streaming on Instagram. And that's the question for tonight, all right? Well, that's the first question for tonight. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta change something. Let me change something real quick. Give me a second. That's what I need to change. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, I'm good, bro. Thanks. And all in the chat, absolutely. Ashley Larry's in the building. What up, Ashley Larry? The fourth hostman's in the building. All right. So, Bad Girl said, I wasn't in love. It was just a super crush. Yeah, like when was the first time you felt like you had love, you loved someone? I don't want to say in love, because there's some grown people that still ain't never even been in love. Let's say that again. Drop the bomb in the chat. There's some grown people that still ain't never been in love. All right. But yeah, at what age did you feel like you actually loved someone? At what age was it? For me, when I felt like I really loved someone, I think it was around. Also, let me turn the music down in the background a little bit. All right. For me, I think it was around. Hmm. I want to go around like 16, 17 when I felt like I loved somebody. All right. Around 16 and 17, I felt like that was the first time I really felt love for someone that wasn't in my family. I felt love for a woman or a young lady, a young woman. All right, that's what we're talking about tonight, though. At what age did you feel like the first time you felt love in your heart for someone? All right, and if y'all have any questions, y'all can send me any questions. If anybody want to jump in the stream with me, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. And that kind of love, that young love, is so innocent. It can be so overwhelming when you're young and you don't really understand what you're feeling for that person, and even why you feel the way that you feel for that person, but it's just something that's drawing you to them. It's something about them that you were not able to find, or you haven't been able to find in someone else, and it feels even stronger when you're so young and you're experiencing it for the first time. For me, BX, yeah, it was around like 16, 17, bro, where I was head over heels. I was head over heels. 16, 17, around that age. Yeah. I definitely and also a follow-up to the question. Boo! Guess who stepped in the room? His mama named Clay. I'ma call him Clay. What up, Jay Clay? What's going on, my brother? Alright, my man Jay Clay said he want to jump into the stream tonight. Absolutely, bro. Let me go ahead and set it up for you, man. Alright. There's always room for one more on the stream, bro. Alright, let me set you up. Whenever you're ready to knock on the door, just come and knock right on the door, bro. Alright, let me set it up. All right, there we go. All right. Uh-oh. She's too shy. Hush, hush, shy do I. Shy T is in the building. What up, Shy? How you doing? And if I am. What's going on, girl? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, this is Love and Lust Part 2. I know we got into the lust last time, but I don't feel like we gave love enough time. All right, hold on. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So Cheating said, I didn't even recognize I was in love at first. Took some time, took some time to process. Okay. Shy, the question for tonight is, at what age did you feel like what was the first time you felt like you loved someone? The first time you felt like you loved someone, and the flip, and to piggyback off of that question, did you feel like that person loved you back? Because that's also very important. Very, very important. You know, Teddy Pendergrass said it best. It's so good when you're loving somebody and that somebody loves you back. So we all have experienced love in one way or another. But we all know it's so much better when you know that person loves you back. So the first person that you loved, did you feel like they loved you back? I was lucky. I felt like the first person that I really loved, I felt like she loved me back. I don't know how. Well, I think she had love for me back. I think she had love for me back. I don't know if we really understood what real, true love was all about, but I mean, we were super close, and yeah, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. She did love me back. I'm not gonna besmirch her name like that, and also, may she rest in peace. But yeah, I feel she loved me back. She definitely did. All right, Jay Clay is about to step into the room. He's about to knock on the door. All right, my brother. Make sure you get your camera good. Get your vocals. Me. Get your vocals right. Get your audio sounding crispy. We about to bring Jay Clay into the room. All right. We're gonna get into a good conversation. You give me the thumbs up when you're ready, bro. And we'll get it going. All right. We're gonna make sure my man Jay Clay is good. All right, we're gonna get into a good conversation. All right, we talked about the lust side of it, and it's good because Jay Clay was about to jump into the stream last time when we was talking about it, but he said he had to wait till he got home. But I was about to get off of the stream, so now it's perfect. Now he could jump in. We can kind of backtrack to the last show. He can give his opinion on that, and then we can move forward from there. All right. Anybody else want to jump into the show? Feel free. But my main man Jay Clay is knocking on the door. We're gonna bring Jay Clay on in. All right.
How you doing, everybody? How y'all
What's
doing?
going on, my brother? How you doing, Jay Clay?
Oh man, blessed, highly favored.
All right. You sound kind of low, bro. I don't know if you got to turn your volume up a little bit.
Let me see.
Sound like a little, like say something again now. Let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We good.
Okay.
All right. So hold on. Let me see if we can do it like this. All right. Cool. Okay. Shy T said, first of all, welcome to the stream, my brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for joining.
Hey.
All right. We're gonna get into a good conversation. Shy T said, I was 20 and yes, I believe he loved me back. All right. So Jay Clay.
Yes, sir.
The question that I was going to ask you the last time when you didn't get a chance to answer. So we're going to go back to that, all right?
Okay.
All right. So do you feel like lust can be a good thing?
Whoa, that's
a good question, right? Can lust be a good thing?
That's I believe so. Yeah.
All right, tell me the benefits.
Actually, got
what are some of the good benefits of lust?
Oh man!
Jay Clay just looked up into the heavens. You know, you ask a person a good question when they gotta look up. When you look up into the heavens, like, damn, that's a good question.
Well,
what are some of the benefits of lust?
Oh man, I would say some of the benefits of lust.
Yeah, what are the good things of it? You said it could be good, so I want, in your opinion, what's the positive?
I'm speaking on, being.
We're talking about lust between you and your partner, not lusting after material things and stuff like that. We're talking about a romantic lust.
Okay, yeah. So I would say between me and my partner, it brings desire. I feel like it keeps the spark going. Because I feel like in a relationship you get comfortable with certain things, and like prime example, I work for 10 hours a day. I'm gone for 10 hours a day. So realistically, I'm with my wife for maybe 6 to 7 hours, and that's usually about going into the nighttime, and she works a different schedule too.
Right.
So I would say it makes us. I don't know if you would say lust and desire are the same, but like when I'm at work,
I think they're cousins.
Okay, so when I'm at work, I would say, man, I'll be at work and I have Spotify on, and a good like slow jam will come on,
and
you get to like thinking about like. I get to thinking about my lady, and I'm like, damn, like, a prime example, Johnny Gill, My came on today,
right?
And my wife got this red little outfit. I was like, damn.
You feel like Johnny wrote that song just for her?
Oh man, like you got this little. I'm like, damn, man, I bet she looked good. Right? I know she looked good, man. It just like that gets the motor going, and then I just like, wanting her, and it just things like that. I'm very I love my wife. Man, I got a good one.
Exactly.
And so I definitely feel like, in my opinion, lust can help the relationship because you gotta want your significant other. Want, not need, but you gotta want to love her. You gotta want to miss her, and the little things like time. It just plays a big part in the lust.
Okay. So now I agree. I believe that lust can be a good thing when it can be maintained.
Yes.
I feel like lust becomes very dangerous once it becomes one-sided.
Yes, I agree.
Because when it's a one-sided lust, now it can turn from lust to, it can turn from lust to critical.
Yeah.
Real quick, it can turn from lust to revenge, to anger, because you're lusting after this person, but you're not getting back in return what you want. Absolutely. They're not lusting after you in return. So now it's that thin line that you have to walk on to make sure that you don't let your emotions get out of control. Because as strong as that lust is, there are other emotions that can be just as strong, if not stronger.
Yeah.
And when they take a hold of you, they can do a lot of damage.
I agree.
A lot of people in jail. There's a lot of people in hospitals. A lot of people in the graveyard because they let certain emotions connected to lust and temptation get the best of them, and they wasn't able to control it.
Okay.
So, Geneve is in the building. Not Geneve, I could fly. What up, Geneve? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. All right. We asking a great question tonight. The question that we asking tonight is exactly, that's the word right there. Let's bring it up onto the stream. Infatuation, right there. That's the word.
That's a good one.
That can become dangerous. All right. But the question that we asking tonight, Geneve, is at what age did you, and this question for you too, J. Clay, at what age did you first feel like you loved someone, and did that person love you back in return? Ooh. Go back to when you were young. When was the first young lady, and for you, Geneve, when was the first young man that you looked at, even as a teenager, and was like, wow, I really love this person? When did love hit you for the very first time? And do you believe that person, and what love was at that time, at that young age, did you feel like that person loved you back in return? And how did you know? How did you identify that it was actually love at such a young age, or whatever age it may have been? For me, I think it hit me around like 16, 17. And I just felt, I knew it was love, or I knew it was what I perceived as love, because I felt like this person was irreplaceable. Like, she was in color and everybody else was in black and white.
Wow.
So I didn't see nobody else but her at that young age of mine, at 16, 17. And I definitely loved her first, but when she finally came around and paid some attention to me and actually showed me that attention, it made my love for her grow. And I think that's why it didn't work out, because I don't think it was even. I definitely was head over. She might have been, she liked me, she loved me, but I was like head over heels for her. Like I was lost, but she was a little bit older than me too. So I guess she knew how to handle it better than I did.
Oh, man.
But at what age for you, my brother, and did that person love you back in return?
Oh, man. So I want to say I was 17, 18.
17, 18. All right. And what did you, at that age, what did you love about her?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back to what you thought love was at that time, what did you love about her? And do you feel like she loved you back?
I know she didn't love me back.
Jay, bring your camera down a little bit so you're a little bit. There we go. Because when I bring the comments up, it's cutting you off. So I want see, like, let's say if I bring up Shy's comment, now it won't be cutting you off. You see?
Got you.
All right, cool. Thank you, my brother. All right, you said she didn't love you back.
Yeah, nah. if I can go back in time and tell him, if I can go back in time and pick that brother up, I would pick that brother up. Like, don't do it, brother. But, you know, but yeah, I loved her. What I loved about, okay, so at that time, you know, I'm starting to, you know, I'm getting to know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so the girl I thought she was at school, because that's when I normally saw her, was at school.
Right.
And like at the movies every now and then, wasn't the girl that I saw at home.
Okay. So she was different at school compared to. So which one did you love? The one at school or the one at home?
The one at school. So the one at school was respectful. You know, and when I say respectful, you know, to teachers, to everybody.
Right.
And she, you know, didn't carry herself as most girls that I went to school with did.
Okay.
And what I mean by that was she wasn't trying to be something she wasn't. So I thought.
Right.
Again,
so the way she carried herself at school was appealed to you
than how she carried herself outside of school.
What was the biggest difference?
In school, she was not as, in school she was peaceful. Outside of school, she was, I mean, man,
rowdy.
Oh, I wouldn't say rowdy. She was a try-hard.
Oh, okay. Trying to fit in, trying to be
try to fit in
the crowd.
Yeah. Now she could have been going through something. I don't know. So I'm not going to crucify her like that. But I will say, if she was hurting, she didn't come out and say it, to me at least. But the thing was, she would try to bully people.
Mm-hmm.
She would be one of those girls who would talk bad about people who she don't even know. And then she was out here trying to just, you know, treat other people bad.
Okay.
Including me. So when we would go out, you know, I'm so infatuated with her, as my uncle said, I'm walking in somewhere with my eyes closed.
Right.
Not, you know, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. But I guess it was me I was so, like Shai T said, I was so infatuated with her that I just couldn't see the wrong in her until I actually saw the wrong in her. And then the fact that she was lying to her parents about where me and her were going.
Right.
And it's making me look bad to your parents because, you know, but I would say how I found out she didn't love me was while me and her were, as she said, together, we were together. Uh-huh. She was texting dudes in college, you know.
Right.
She had a whole boyfriend in college. I was a side dude.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it, man.
What up, Josh Williams? Welcome to the stream, my brother. And man, hold your thought right there. I gotta read Janine's answer over here on the IG. She said she was 10 years old when the first time she felt like she loved someone. She said, I think he loved me, but we never said the words. His actions told me, and I felt love in my heart. I knew I loved him when I began having a journal, and I would write about him in my journal all the time. I can say I've never done that before. So that's how I knew that I loved him. All right. That's how she knew that love was real. That's that young, you know, that's that young, real innocent love. That's that baby, you know, that's that baby love, that's that popcorn love. Yeah, that's that love when you ain't never been hurt before. You just see rainbows and clouds and that's it's so beautiful, you know.
They walk by, flowers just grow from grass.
Yeah, the sun start coming out. The flowers just start blossoming whenever that person. And I think that is, I want you to finish, but I just want to touch on what you said. I think that that love that we experience when we're young, I think that's why, even though love can also break our hearts, I think that's why we always come back to it, because we know that nothing can replace that feeling of when you love someone and they love you back, especially when you experience it for the first time, or when you're experiencing it for the first time with someone new. Okay. You know, when you feeling that love between you and someone who is new, a new love, it gives you hope, it gives you motivation, it gives you inspiration, it gives you, I think it kind of like patches all, for that moment, it kind of like patches all your wounds. Okay. It may not heal you immediately, but it puts like a Band-Aid on everything and just makes you feel good again, no matter what your heart been through in the past.
Man, your analogies are just...
I believe you can... wait a minute. I wanted to get to... Ashley Larry had a great question. All right, I want you to read this question, J. Clay.
Are these just infatuations, though? Can you fall out of love with someone you truly have a deep love for?
All right, That's the question. Ashley Larry said, can you truly fall out of love with someone that you once truly loved? And I have to say, if the love is true, then you can't fall out of it. I think it's always with you, because the truth will always remain. The truth cannot be changed. The truth cannot be modified. There is only one truth. So if you truly love that person, then I don't feel like you can fall out of love with that person. Maybe that just wasn't the right person for you. Because you can fall in love with someone who is not right for you. So that person might not be right for you, but that does not change the fact that you truly love that person. Now, did that person truly love you back? That might be the reason why y'all cannot be together. So I believe that, yeah, you can. I mean, I believe that, no, you cannot fall out of love with someone that you truly love. Now, the question is, how many people in our lives have we truly loved? We talking about true love, where it's like, regardless of what this person do, I'm always going to love this person. Because to me, that's true love. When you're willing to accept the good, the bad, the flaws, that you get on my damn nerves, you make my world complete. You got to accept everything about that person when you are truly in love with somebody. And how many times can you find that in one lifetime? You know? I don't know how. I mean, somebody who's lucky might be able to find it multiple times. That true love where you feel like no matter what, this person has my best interest at heart. And then you're able to give that back to them in return. But that is very few and far between. I'm pretty sure you understand being a married man. You know, how long did it take for you to find that true love that you have with your wife?
Man. So we've been married. This will be 5 years. No, I'm sorry. This will be 6 years. We're in 23. This year will be 6 years. We've been together for, I want to say 2011, 23. So we've been together for 12 years.
Okay.
I can say when I truly, truly fell in love with her, we broke up. So backstory, we were together from 2011 to 2014. We broke up because I was not the right person for her at that moment. And I felt that because I was living a double life, not with somebody else, but with myself. I wasn't
yourself.
Yeah, I wasn't making right decisions, and I was living a life that I knew she had no business being a part of.
Right.
So I made the step to break up with her so I can clean my act up. I think that's when I realized I was truly in love with her, because
she made you want to be a better man.
Actually, she opened the door for me to want to be a better man. It was up to me to walk through that door.
Right. She gave you the motivation.
Yes. So she was willing to give me the chance to walk through. And I knew that if I would have walked through without changing myself, we wouldn't have lasted.
Right.
So
exactly.
So, I didn't ask her to wait for me. I told her, if you close the door, I totally understand. I'll knock. If you don't answer, I can't be mad at you because I did this to myself. So I think that's when I found out I was truly in love with her, was when I was willing to change for the better.
Right.
So, and the fact that she didn't, a lot of people, I think a lot of people will tell her, a lot of people did tell her, oh, if y'all are not close, we dated for a while before we even got engaged. Now, behind closed doors, me and her talked about marriage. Okay. That was never one of those, oh, I don't want to hear him or leave me alone.
Right.
To talk about marriage. So I think that when I was comfortable with talking about marriage to a woman, I knew it was true love. And so with that being said, I can say she's truly the one that I've really, really, fell in love with, because if you told me to change for other girls back then, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for nobody.
Right. I think that when a woman brings that type of motivation to a man, it's not about her telling him to do what she wants him to do. It's about him making a decision to do it for her without her even saying a word.
Exactly.
Because you feel like she deserves the best of you, not what's left of you.
Exactly.
And a lot of men and women, I think men take a longer time to come around when it comes to that type of lifelong commitment. And I think that's something that as men, we need to think about and address within ourselves. Like, when you're talking about marriage, she deserves the best of you. So you got to make sure that you are striving to be the best you can be. Even before you meet her, you should be on that path.
Yeah.
You should be on that path before you even think about getting married.
Exactly.
You should be on that path. I truly believe you should be on that path before you even think about getting married. Now, once you're on that path, now you know that someone can come into your life and help push you down that road a little bit faster than maybe even you were walking alone. Yeah. Because now you got a responsibility. You have a woman, another person that's depending on you. And then if you add kids and all of that, now you got a whole family that's dependent on you. So you might have been walking down the road casually. I'm going to get there. But now you got this responsibility behind you. And men, we're natural leaders. So you're not going to leave your family behind. You're not going to leave your family hungry. You're not going to leave your family in need of anything. So I think that gives men extra motivation. And I think that's why we see so much problems going on between men and women, because men and women are not, they're not sleeping with one another. They're not being with one another with marriage in mind. It's like, let's just have fun. And that's cool when you're young. But as you get older, you can't still be looking for women to just have fun, because what happens is, what if she turns up pregnant? Now it's not so fun no more. And now you got a whole family. You got a woman and a child that's going to be somewhat depending on you. And you ain't never you wanted just to be there for the weekend. You wanted to have a good vacation in the Bahamas with her. And now,
not still got a group back.
Right. Now you got a whole nother situation on your hands, and now you don't even want to be there.
Yeah.
And then that's when everything falls apart. And imagine how a woman will feel when she finds out that she laid down with you. Also, women, you got to be more responsible with who you laying down with too. I got to put that in there. Y'all got to be more responsible with who you laying down with, because you shouldn't really be sleeping with somebody that you couldn't see yourself having a child with, because it's always a possibility. But that's a different subject for a different. Ladies, forgive me, but I'm telling y'all, you got to be careful with who you lay down with.
Where's Jersey? Where's Jersey? Jersey, where you at, girl? You better get him.
But yeah, I think because a lot of people are not going into relationships thinking about marriage or thinking about long term. That's cool when you're young, but as you get older and those responsibilities and children creep into the situation, now it's time to be adult about it. And you ain't even take time to really get to know that person in the first place. because y'all was just looking to have fun. So, you said her name like Candyman. What up, Jersey Devils in the building? What up, Jersey? Yeah, so now once she says, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant. Now it's like, oh man, I was just trying to have, and that right there, if you start off on that foot, I think that's most of the time a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
I think it's a recipe for disaster if you're looking for a good time and you end up with a responsibility that's going to be with you for 21 years and more. So that love between a man and a woman is essential, especially as we get older. But even young people make mistakes too.
Absolutely.
And that's why we see a lot of kids in the situation that they're in, children and teenagers, without having the right structure within the household. And especially as minorities, we definitely need to stick together more than anybody. Okay. Because we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to owning things. We don't really have much to pass down to our children. So at least we need to pass down a good foundation of togetherness and family and morals and ethics. Those are the things that don't cost any money to pass down.
Okay.
And it can help your children make money and become more successful if they have those things embedded in their person. All right. But so tonight we're talking about love. And so we went over what age did you feel like you first fell in love or loved someone? Did that person love you back?
We got to hear Jersey's answer. Jersey didn't give an answer.
Okay, yeah. Jersey, I don't know if you was here to hear the first question, but the question is, at what age did you feel like love? What age did you feel love for someone for the very first time? You loved not a family member, a partner, someone, a romantic love. And did you feel like that person loved you back in return? How did you know you loved that person at that age? And how did you know that they loved you back? All right. So while she's writing her answer, I can answer it real quickly too. How I knew I loved that person because, like I said, I could only see when she was around, she was in color. Everybody else was in black and white. The way I knew that she loved me back is the fact that I know that she had a lot more options. She had a lot of options. And I know that she was telling people, like, I heard her with my own ears. She didn't know that I could hear her, but I heard her with her own ears telling people, like, defending me when I wasn't around. Mm-hmm. I had dudes older than me coming to me like, yo, Tove, you know what? I was trying to get with, I'm going to leave her name out of it, but I was trying to get with her. And yo, she really loved you, bro, because she was like, nah, I really like Toby. I really love Toby. I'm not going to do him like that. Wow. And when someone, because it would have probably been in her benefit to engage with whatever he was trying to get her to engage with. It probably would have been in her benefit because of his stature and what he was doing with. But she didn't. And he literally, as an older man, and I was still young, he came to me and was like, yo, I don't know what you did to such and such, but she really loves you, bro. And as a young man at that age, I was shocked that he was man enough to come and tell me that. Because he was like, yo, I was trying to get her to come over. And she was like, nah, I'm with Toby. And that blew my mind. Bro, Jay, let me tell you, bro, that blew my mind. And it set my heart on fire. Because at that point, I had never seen a woman show me that type of loyalty, and that in my mind, that's what made me feel like she must really love me, because she could have been riding on the back on my BMX bike, or she could have been riding in the passenger seat of a Mercedes Benz, and she decided to stay with the BMX bike.
Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say.
That ain't man, oh man.
I'm telling you, this dude, his pockets was full. His pockets was full, bro. My pockets was empty. She was still like, you know I'm with Tovey. And this dude older than me. This dude 24, 25 years old. I'm 16, 17.
How old was she?
She was a year older than me, so she was 18.
Oh, okay. I'm questioning him a little bit.
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah, wait a minute, brother. You 24, that's chasing an 18-year-old.
Let me see. Jersey said she was there the whole time, lurking in the background, working on homework. She also said, I'm a Libra, so we fall in love with love. Yeah, but what at what age, Jersey? That's the question. At what age did you? That's some movie Juice special ed type ish right there. But yeah, I'm telling you. So that's how I know. That's how I felt like she loved me back in return. And I definitely tried my best to maintain it, but that love at that young age, I don't think is very difficult to maintain. Absolutely. When you're 17 to 18 years old, if you're talking about trying to be together forever or long term, like, but we definitely had a moment, and she definitely helped me understand within my own mind and within my own heart what love was. So she definitely taught me a really valuable lesson, even though it didn't work out between us. We still were able to remain friends after we grew up. Unfortunately, she passed away, but I'm friends with her daughter on Facebook, and I wrote a post on her page for the memorial of her passing, and it touched my heart because I didn't know her little daughter, and her daughter hit me up on Facebook on Messenger and was like, I know you don't know me, but how do you know my mother? Because she was like, you never miss a year. Like every year I see you post something about her. She's like, I just wanted to know, how did you know my mother? And I was like, well, your mother was the first person that, and when I was really young, she was the first person that I loved. And she meant the world to me, and that hasn't changed. So I just don't want people to forget, what a wonderful woman she was, and the effect and the impact that she had on me. And she was like, thank you so much for always showing my mother that type of love and respect. And that made everything, that just brought everything full circle to me. That brought everything full circle to me, to have her daughter reach out to me, because I guess she could tell from my words in the post that I would write. I guess she could tell, like, this man must have really loved my mother, because when I write, I'm writing from a place of sincerity. I'm not just, rest in peace. And, I'm really going to express myself when I write, if it's something really important. And when her daughter reached out to me, that made my whole, every experience that me and her had, good and bad, it made it worth it.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it definitely made it worth it. And
her daughter reached out to you like that.
Yes, her daughter reached out to me because she could tell from my words, from the post that I was writing on her mother's wall after she'd been gone for so many years now. It's probably been like 10, 11 years.
Dang.
But yeah, I mean, and that young love, it definitely taught me. So moving on to the next question. All right. So Jay, let me ask you a question, my brother. You're a married man. So how do you feel like a woman, we're gonna reverse it. All the ladies in the chat, I want y'all to tell me, how do you feel like a man wants to be loved? And the reverse question for you, Jay, how do you feel like your wife wants to be loved? Not the way you want to love her, but how do you feel like she wants to be loved? Like, speaking to her love language.
If I'm going based off of what she's told me and how we connect, based off her connecting with me through her feelings, my wife is very big on words of affirmation. She definitely, and I've learned this about her just like through her relationships with friends and family members, especially her parents. I would say, yeah, words of affirmation. Just listening to her.
Okay.
Of course, what's the word I'm looking for? Consolement. I think consolement is the word.
Right, being able to console her. All right.
She's really big on listening to her.
Okay.
Because like when she vents, she doesn't want me to try to fix it. She just wants to be heard. So
right.
Her thing is listen to her, give her words of affirmation when I feel like when I'm in my feelings about her, like obviously when I'm in love, like not when I'm in love, but like just love on her with words of affirmation. You know,
okay.
I'm the type to come home, hug you, and just want to physically hug you and love on you.
But right. So maybe your love language may be physical touch.
Yeah. For her,
right. Hers is words of affirmation.
Hers is words of affirmation and just making her feel comfortable. With, like she gets comfortable when I listen. Like when I genuinely shut my mouth, open my heart and my ears, and just listen. Right. So I would say that's how I have learned that that's how she wants to be loved.
Let me ask you a question. I want you to continue, but when you're listening, do you feel when you're listening to her tell you, you know, whatever the problem may be or whatever she's trying to express to you, do you feel like she wants you to try to help her fix it?
No, she does not.
Do you want to step in and try to fix it as a man?
There are times I will say this. At one point in time, yes, I did. Right. I wanted her to feel protected with me. Right. You know, so yes, right. At one point I did, but I realized I don't want to say hurting the relationship, but it was like
detrimental.
Yes, detrimental. So she expressed that to me later because I've always been I'm the communicator. I like to communicate. If I know something's wrong with you, and I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Tell me you don't want to talk about it. At that moment, I will give you your space until you're ready to talk about it. But as long as we talk about it, it took me learning that she just wants me to not try to fix it, just hear her. Because when I listen, I'm okay. How can I help you fix it? How can I help you fix it?
I'm the same way.
I need to help you fix it.
I'm solution based.
Yes, and I learned with her. And she sat me down. She's like, Jordan, I don't want you to fix it. I just want you to be able to hear me.
Right.
And I'll fix it myself. I just want you to know where I'm at, where my mind is at mentally. And there are times where I didn't like to, but I finally learned, how to.
Right. Because I think it goes against our nature as men to not help.
Yes. And I want her to feel, I wanted her, and I expressed that to her later on because one day she just randomly, so why do you like fixing things so much? Why do you like fixing things? And I told her, I don't look at it as fixing it. I look at it as protecting.
Right. It's a way of showing the person that you love them.
Yeah. I was like, because I had to explain to her, like, because I was the offensive lineman for football.
So you're a protector.
Yeah, you get it. I'm glad my wife loves football because she gets it. Like that's
not. Hold on 1 second, Jay Clay. Ashley Larry called this woman out in the chat, and this is she about to make her debut.
Okay,
it's gonna be her first time on the show. All right, she is my Scorpio sister. All right. Ashley Larry made it happen. He brought her to the stage. So we're going to give Ashley Larry all the credit for this one. But we bring in, she's too shy. We bringing Shy to the stage. Come on and knock on the door, girl. All right. We are bringing Shy to, now, wait a minute, Shy. You going to be live. You can't be shy on the camera. You got to be ready, girl. Come on. No time to be shy now. All right. We're going to bring Shy to the stage. All right. What up, Shy? What's going on?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We doing good. We doing good. Absolutely. It's good to have, we having a conversation about, well, we were really talking about lust the last show. This time I wanted to focus more on the love side of it because, we all know lust can be fun, but love can be forever. And love is beautiful. So we got to give love the same type of attention and time that we gave to the lust. So it's great to have a woman's point of view on this. So we're gonna let Jay Clay finish his point, and then we're gonna get into a conversation to let you get into the questions that we were posing. All right.
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay. Well. All right. So welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome
to the WCIS community. All right. So yes. Hey, Unity. So at what age, I know you answered it in the chat, but now you can maybe elaborate on it a little bit more. At what age did you feel like you loved someone for the first time? How did you know that they loved you back in return? And what did you love about that person? All right, it's a three-part question.
So first time I loved was 20. I loved him because, one, we spent a whole bunch of time together. He was like actually one of my first real relationships.
Okay.
So, yeah. And we were together about 5 years.
Okay, so he definitely loved you back.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't have to think twice about that.
Yeah. Like even after we broke up, we were still like good. We still, helped each other out with things.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's a Scorpio.
I knew that real true love. Like once you break up, and it was kind of like a bad breakup, but yeah, I found out he was cheating.
Oh. Oh boy.
It's always
I don't know what happened, Shy. You froze for a second. All right, you back.
Yeah, like I found out he was cheating, but we had a conversation about it, and we got past it, and he's still cool to this day, actually. So
I think that's a Scorpio thing. I think Scorpios are good at I still remain friends with a lot of people that I was involved with. Like I think they deep down know that I didn't have any I don't really have any ill will towards anyone. Sometimes you just, things just don't work out, but I think they can still recognize that you're a good person. Right. So that's why it's easy to keep people like that in your life, even if it's no longer romantically.
Ooh, I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. So, right. See, yeah, like some people are just like, yo, once we break up, that's it. I don't want to have nothing to do with you no more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk bad about you. I'm not gonna talk bad about you. I'm gonna wish you the best.
But but there's just no future. Yeah. Right. See, I'm not like that. I feel like, I think people that you love, people you're in relationships with, they come into your life for a reason, and sometimes it's not the reason that you want it to be. Sometimes you may want one thing and God brought that person into your life for another reason. Ashley Larry said, oh, snap, it worked. And it said, Ashley Larry and Jay Clay, are y'all both Capricorns in the house? All right.
January 9th, baby.
All right. So
I do feel like when I say, that doesn't mean forever.
Right.
That just means
peace to the relationship.
Yeah, like it doesn't mean we can't be friends down the line. But I'm not going to, like if you come back, it's not gonna be like, oh, you did me like this, F you. Like, no, I'm past that. Like, I'm good. If I see you and we can, if we agree, like, hey, we're good, it's done. What's in the past is in the past. I'm not gonna hold it over your head. I don't hate you. Like, I'm not gonna be like that.
Right. Yeah, for me, you have to do something really heinous for me to just be like, yo, I'm not never speaking to you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do something dastardly for me to get to that point with you. And I think I've only been to that point with one person in my whole life where I'm like, yeah, I don't never need to speak. I don't never need to speak to you again for the rest of my life.
Me and my sister, man, we were like 12. Well, I was 12. I was 12. She was 14. Oh man, we used to go at it. Like, I don't want to do it again, bro. But then, you know, as soon as they get picked on,
big bro, I need your help.
Right.
All right, Shy. Okay, so we're gonna go into what the next phase of the conversation that we were talking about. Since now you was able to go back and answer those first questions. So, what is your love language? You know, what does love look like to you? What's your love language? And how do you feel like a man, from a woman's point of view, how do you feel a man wants to be loved? Not the way you want to love him, but try to look at it from a man's point of view. If you're trying to love a man, what is it that you think he needs so he can feel loved? Starting with what's your love language first, and then the second question.
Basically, for my love language is the simple things. I love of affirmation. You know that. I mean, Tell me you love me. You know, show me you love me. Appreciate me. That's basically my love language. Respect me. Communicate with me through anything, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever.
All right.
And for a man, I think.
Yeah. What do you think a man? If you want to love a man correctly, what is it that you think he needs?
I can't wait to hear
this.
What's the top 3 things you think a man needs if he needs to feel love from a woman? This is I can't wait. I'm with you, Jay. I cannot wait to hear this. Huh?
I think, like a man wants to feel like he's wanted or needed. I need my woman to take care, like to appreciate me or tell me that she wants something. I think that's like one of the main things is
to feel wanted.
To feel wanted.
Okay, what's number 2?
Feel like a female needs him.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form.
All right. What's number 2?
Number 2. Just like acceptance. Like just to accept him for, what he is. I'm not saying like a bad way, but just to accept him.
Okay. So he needs to feel wanted or needed. He needs to feel accepted. And what would be your last one? Jersey said a man wants
woman loves him.
Say that again. Shy, I think you're freezing up.
Good, bad, or ugly. And the last one, I would say he needs the woman to feel like she loves him.
Okay.
Because I don't think a man will love a female right now if he didn't feel that she loves him.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Let's and I agree with all 3 of your answers, Shy. Let's see. A man wants to feel like he is loved unconditionally, truly unconditionally, in Jersey's opinion. Okay. All right. So before I give my as a man what I feel like I need, let's answer the question, and then Shy, you can tell us if you agree. I'm going to answer what I feel like a woman needs for her to feel like a man loves her. I think the first thing a woman needs this is not the number 1 thing, but this is in my top 3, consistency. I think a woman needs to see a man is consistent with her, where he's not going to be one thing one day and something different the next day. He's not going to be treating her all lovey-dovey and behind closed doors, but then when he get around his boys or he get around another woman, his energy changes and he starts acting different, because that is an automatic red flag to almost every woman in the world. Women can't wait to see Women can't wait to see how you're going to treat her when other people are around. She cannot wait, because then she's going to get to see who the F you really are. Because it's cool to be, oh, baby, 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 behind closed doors and between those four walls. But how are you going to treat her when you are outside, when y'all at a concert, when other women are around, when other men are around, when your family is around, when your friends are around? Are you still going to be that same man that she knows behind closed doors? So I think consistency is definitely in the top 3. Number 2, I believe that most women feel like men are only out for sex and this and that. So I think a woman needs to feel that she can trust her man. Trust is super important, and I think it's more important for a woman, because I think men automatically come with this energy of we are controlled by vagina and we can't help it, and it's no way we can get away from it. So it's like, he gonna get it. If he could get it, he gonna do it. If a woman really feels like, nah, I don't think my man would do that to me, then I feel like you're definitely providing something for her that brings her. Jasmine is in the building. What up, Jasmine? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I think if a woman genuinely feels like, nah, he wouldn't do that to me, I feel like you are definitely filled something. You have definitely filled something in her that covered up any kind of insecurities or any damage that other men in the past have done to her. So I think consistency, being trustworthy, and I think a woman needs a man for her to feel loved. I think that she needs a man who is not shy when it comes to expressing how he truly feels, like being a good communicator. If you're like, baby, what's wrong? I'm all right. I don't think too many women are going to be able to live with that. It might be cool for a while, but if we're talking about forever, I think a woman needs you to express yourself more than, nah, I'm good. How was your day? It was all right. I don't think that that's going to work. That might work for a weekend. That might work for a vacation, but I don't think that that's going to work for a lifetime, because I think a woman needs more than that to keep her fulfilled, because women are usually attracted to men mentally more than physically. So once you can get her mind stimulated and she's into what you have to say and you expressing yourself, you will become more attractive to her. But no matter how good you look, if you can't mentally stimulate her in any kind of way, somebody that doesn't look as good, doesn't have as much money, that doesn't have as nice a car, that doesn't dress as nice, can easily come in and take your woman, because he's going to check a box that you refuse to check. And women are more complex than men. We like, oh, look how good. Look at her breasts. Look at her ass. Look at her skin. Look at her hair. Women are more complex than that. And you gotta recognize and understand that complexity of a woman. And once you do, then you got a leg to stand on when love, all is fair as love is war, and you got to come equipped. You got to be ready, and I feel like those are the top 3. Those are the 3 things, in my opinion. There's so many more, but right off the top of my head, those are the 3 that I feel like if you could provide those 3 things for a woman, I think you at least have a great chance, regardless of what competition you have, because we know all women got options. So they got more options than we got. So you gotta be prepared, and a humble shout out to, as a man, you need to be confident when you're dealing with your woman. You need to be confident to be able to tell her, Shy, go sit down for a second. Let me handle this. And she respects you enough to say, all right, let me go sit down and let him handle it. Because a man might see some kind of danger that you don't see as a woman. So he's not telling you what to do because you're not grown enough to handle it. He's telling you what to do because he sees a danger that you don't see. And he's trying to protect you. And you can't, most women feel like, well, I'm grown. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman and he ain't my father. It's not about a man being your father. He's your protector though. And he's trying to avoid you and him getting in some type of fight, injury, killed, shot, stabbed, whatever it could be. Go sit down. Let me handle this. You know, and I think a woman needs to be able to respect her man enough to be like, all right, let me go sit my black ass down. Let me go sit down. Let me calm down because I don't want to make it worse. Because the man is usually going to be the one to get the worst end of it. You know, when things get dangerous, the man is usually going to get the worst end of it. Because once you neutralize the man, it's easy to get to the woman. So those are my 3 things. What about you, Jay Clay?
I definitely agree. Consistency. I feel like you gotta be consistent. As a man approaching a woman, you gotta be consistent. Because I feel like women do pay attention, bro. Like,
yes, yes, they do,
bro. Like they remember answer 1 to answer 1589. Gotta be consistent. Because if what you said didn't add up to the first one, and trust me, they gonna make it add up. Yeah.
So, they gonna put that in their pocket, and when it's time to unleash,
if you think she don't remember what you said,
just automatically assume she does.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
Verbatim. Yes, and that's even more so for Scorpios. You know how attentive we are.
So yeah, I would say consistency. I would say I definitely want to say confidence.
Okay.
You know, I don't know too many women that don't love a man with some type of confidence. You know, it can be like not necessarily confidence in pulling a woman, but confidence in your cooking, confidence in you.
Your decision making.
Yeah. Your
leadership.
Absolutely. It can be anything. As long as you got some type of confidence, I think that can get you to a start. And I would say execution.
Okay, what do you mean by that? You like have a plan and know how to make it come to fruition?
Not necessarily a plan. Well, no, I shouldn't say execution. I don't think execution is the right word, but determination.
Okay.
Determination.
Right.
Because I would say action more so action towards determination. Action, because actions speak louder than words. Sometimes you meet a woman who don't want to be told something. She'd rather you show her. Because I think that we live in a day and age now where a lot of women are tired of hearing it.
Yeah, she done got told everything she wanted to hear 100 times now.
Yeah, she done heard, she done heard you're going to be loyal. She done heard, how fine she is. Or she done heard, a man got the package that, has all the right tools for love. Show her,
Right.
There are women out there who they don't want to be told right. They want to be proven right. So prove to her that
she got to be mature. If you're going to prove her, if you're going to prove her right or wrong, she got to be a mature woman, though.
Boy, say.
You got to have the right woman that's willing to be like, you know what? You was right and I was wrong. And you proved me wrong. And she able to look at that as a learning experience instead of I'm going to get you back next time. I'm going to be right. And that's no good.
I've heard too. Now, maybe Miss Shy and the ladies of WCIS can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
All right.
I heard women love them. Women are looking for a man that is accountable, holds himself accountable.
Yes.
That's a big one. I've been hearing. I know.
Right, being able to hold. I think we all want people to hold themselves accountable. What do you think about that, Shy?
I definitely agree with that, and that's just for anybody. Like man, woman, child, whoever. Be held accountable for your actions. If you can say yes, I did it, we can move past it. If you cannot do that, then we cannot move past that. There's no moving past that.
All right. So you bring up a great point, J. Clay, and that brings me to another really good question. I want Shy to answer this question first. All right. So I want you to tell me in the past, when were you able to hold yourself accountable when you did something wrong in a relationship and it was tough. It was hard for you to see it. It was hard for you to admit it, but you actually admitted, you actually saw it, you digested it, and you were able to go and bring it to the person and say, you know what? Now that I thought about it, I handled that all wrong and I apologize. Whether you wanted to try to reconcile things or whether you just wanted to clear your conscience. Give me an example when you had to hold yourself accountable, but you really didn't want to. It was tough, but you still forced yourself to do it because you knew it was the right thing to do.
The ladies go first.
Ladies first. Welcome to the show.
I would say more than one time.
More than one time?
Like, yes. Because I know like my attitude and how sometimes I handle things. You know, I could be a little bit raw.
Okay.
And not really giving a person a chance to speak and say exactly, like how they feel or what happened or why it happened the way it did. Mm-hmm. It's like once I have in my mind, okay, you did it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You did it. And
yeah, that's not right.
Sometimes, I have to be like, you know what? I shouldn't have came with that attitude.
I can hear the pain in your voice right now. Yeah, and you ain't you're just giving an example and I can hear the pain in your voice.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have came with that attitude, like, but I did. And I can admit that I could have approached you like, all right, I don't appreciate you did this, that, and the other, opposed to saying why you did it and like I'm ready to fight.
Right.
So, that'll be a lot of times.
Is that something that you've worked on or something that you still, it's a work in progress? You froze for a minute. I don't know if you're speaking right now, we can't hear it because you froze. I just want you to know so you're not just talking and then got to say it all over again.
Yeah, no, I worked on it and, I'm past that now, been,
You freezing up, Shy. I don't know if it's where you at in your apartment. You got an iPhone, girl? No. Shy, you got an iPhone or Android? Cause you freezing up.
No, I'm actually using my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I've been around the block now a couple of times to know, all right, if you want someone to react a certain way and you want to get that reaction that then you have to come a little bit nice.
All right, you freezing up, Shy.
Yeah, because like a guy or anybody now, like if you come at them with like such a major attitude, like they would shut down.
Right.
So you won't get any kind of the reaction that you don't, that you want because they don't shut down already.
Right.
So and y'all gonna go back and forth, be bickering, back and forth, and it's like who's gonna let up?
Right. Okay. You're absolutely right. Being able to hold yourself accountable and being able to definitely hold yourself accountable in those moments when you're emotional. You're in your feelings. That's the toughest time to hold yourself accountable because you're in your feelings at that moment. You're not thinking logically or rationally. You're just trying to get what you have to say out. And you can't have a conversation when you are listening to what they have to say, but you're thinking about, okay, what I'm going to say in return. I got something to rebut. Like you got to listen to really hear what they have to say. And I used to fall into this trap too, but I've definitely worked on it. And I will stay quiet because it's like when I'm listening to somebody talk, it's so many things that I want to say and I want to jump in so I don't forget what I have to say because I'm ready to, you said this about me, I'm ready to go back at you. But that's not the point. The point is listen to what they have to say and then try to fix, before you say anything in return, try to fix what the problem that they're bringing to you first. Because they putting a problem on the table. And you sitting there like, okay, this person is bringing all these problems to me. I'm going to put all my problems on the table. Now you got a table full of problems and y'all didn't resolve not one of them. So when a person brings a problem to you, fix that one problem that they bring into you first. And then if the problem that he or she brought to you triggered something in your mind and made you remember, okay, well, since we in the middle of fixing problems, I got some issues too. You can retort, but don't retort until you address the problem that he or she is bringing to you first. Once he or she brings that problem to you, seek the resolution behind that first before you start shooting back. Because y'all both have ammo. You know, you got a gun, she got a gun. She's letting off, bam, 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 all these things that she don't like, and you ready to shoot back, bam, bam. That's not going to get you nowhere. That's going to get both of y'all shot, hurt, or killed. You're going to kill the relationship. If she's telling you or if he's telling you, listen to what he has to say, you know? And another thing that I've realized that crushes communication is a lot of women like to speak with their hands. A lot of women like to speak with their hands. And over this, and I told you, and they don't do that. You're not communicating when you do that. I'm telling you, a man's not going to respond well to that. Don't speak with your hands. Don't speak. Stay calm and speak with your voice. You don't got to do all of this and no, because men are not gonna take well to that. We're gonna look at that as disrespect. And I could tell you this much, Shy. You said 3 things that you feel like a man needs to feel like he's loved, and you named 3 great things. But one thing I will tell you is the man needs to feel like he's respected. If the man doesn't feel that you respect him, then I don't see how at that point, I don't see how he can build a future with you. You know, put it like this. Would you enjoy going to work every day with a boss that you know damn well don't respect you and feels like you're horrible at your job? And you got to work with that person every day, knowing that this person, when you walk out the room, they like, damn, Shy is a damn idiot. She don't know what she's doing at this job. But we just can't find nobody to replace her yet. So we just going to keep her around. And you know that they don't respect you. You wouldn't want to be there. You would want to quit. You would be looking for another job immediately because you know your boss don't respect you. So nobody wants to be disrespected. So when you're communicating, women have a tendency to speak with their hands. They have a tendency to like be real slick with their tongue. And they have they become very defensive. And men have their ways too. Men say they little slick stuff. But I think women usually are much bigger on communication. So if women are really big on communication, I think that those are little things that you have to pay attention to when you're trying to communicate with a man. And I know most women love to speak with their hands. And I'm telling you, most men don't. I know I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Don't speak to me. Well, I told you. Didn't I tell you one time? How many times I got to tell you? I don't like that. Because now I feel like you're talking to me like I'm a child. You know, when you're raising your hands at me, it just gives me, now we're not speaking to each other as adults. And in reverse, if a man's speaking to a woman and he start raising his hands, he could get in a lot of trouble just for raising his hands or raising his voice. You know, so we got to think about those things also when we're communicating with each other, if you're trying to really love someone and love them correctly. But I would say the number one thing that I feel like men need from a woman to feel like they're loved is they need to feel like that woman respects him. You know, I feel like she respects me. And if she respects me, she's gonna help me fulfill whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So if I'm sitting here and I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing a show on YouTube, you know, if you like, I don't know why you always on that little show that you do. That's disrespectful. What you mean my little show that I do?
Right.
You know? So if I walked in there like, I don't know why you like watching them little stupid programs you watch, Love and Hip Hop, all that shit is stupid. That would be disrespectful for me to say that to you. Because that's something that you really like to do. It's something that you find entertainment in. So if you find entertainment in it and I'm calling it little or stupid, then what am I saying about you? That you find things that are, you know, I find things that are beneath me these things are beneath me, but you find them to be entertaining. So does that mean that you're beneath me too? You know, you don't want nobody to think that, because now that shows that they don't respect you. You could just say, well, I'm not really into those type of shows, babe, but you enjoy them. I'm going to go do my podcast. I'm going to go do my show. While you watch Love and Hip Hop, I'm going to go do my show. We all, you know, everybody wins. But, you know, I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but, you know, I think those are things that as men and women, we need to pay attention to when we're communicating and showing each other respect and communicate within love, you know, instead of communicating within, I'm trying to prove this person right, and I can't wait to say what I got to say, because I got plenty of things that I've been holding on to. If you got 6 things that you've been holding on to, then you, before y'all even got into that argument, you was already in the wrong. Because you should have been addressed those things. You know, you should have been addressed those things. All right, so Shy, since this is your first time on the show, all right, let me give you the floor. Do you have a question? Let's let a young woman like yourself
I got to
ask a question to the
I got to get going.
All right, Jay Clay. Thank you so much,
Miss Shy.
So now you get to ask. You get to ask me.
Thanks for blessing us with your presence, Miss Shy.
Thank you.
All right,
Ashley, you did the thing. Thanks for getting on. Can I take a moment to get to ask you real quick, Ashley and Miss Jersey Devil? Love your locks. Got to say that. I hope that I can get on the show with you, Miss Jersey Devil. Ashley, bruh, I need to get you on the show. I got to get on here with you one time, Ashley.
Ashley makes special appearances every now and then.
Yeah, I try my best to try to be it just in case I catch them. Y'all have a blessed night. Much love.
All right, hold up, Jay. You got to hit the outro, bro. I'll bring you to the front of the stage, bro. You know what you got to do. Come on, man. Don't try to sneak up out of here, bro. All right, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Lil Fat Mushy Toe, representing the WCIS. We can't inspire someone. OPP, only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Head. Shout out to Uncle DV. Shout out for my man, Jay Clay. Mama named Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. Thank you for tuning into the community. That's all about unity. All right, Jay Clay. I love you, my brother. Have a wonderful weekend, all right?
Y'all too.
All right, my brother. All right, so now it's just me and Lady Shy. All right, Shy T. Okay, so my question, I was going to give you the opportunity to ask any question that you want. So let's say it's a question that you feel like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to get an honest answer if I ask this gentleman this or somebody that you involved with. So what is something that what's something that leaves you puzzled or confused when it comes to men, when it comes to like relationships? What's something that you like, yo, I just can't understand why men are like that. And I'm going to try to give you the most honest answer I possibly can. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to keep it 100% honest as I possibly can. What's a question that you like, yo, I just don't understand this about men?
Probably a question would be, if a guy say, okay, you know, this is what I want. I want a female that do X, Y, and Z. Okay. Right? And then, you know, typically you can get that female that does X, Y, and Z. Okay. What happens that, you know, the relationship then goes south?
So you're saying if a man tells a woman, this is the type of woman I want. Right. And you are exactly the type of woman that he says he wants. Right. Now he has you. He's with you. He's in a relationship with you. But then it comes across as if now he wants something different, or now he no longer wants what he said he wanted. Yeah. Yeah. He wants something different, or he no longer said he wants what he said he wanted. Which one?
It's kind of like both. Like he either wants something different, or like he doesn't like want what he wants anymore.
Right. Well, I don't think it's wise for a woman to ever tell a man what she's looking for. I don't think you should ever tell a man what you're looking for, because then he can become a chameleon and try to be what you said that you want. Never tell a man what you're looking for. You have to observe him and see if he fits the criteria that you're looking for before you even say a word. And if you already see things in him that you already like, things that you already admire, things that you're already attracted to, then you can I think you need to keep a man at a certain distance while you vet him, while you pay attention to, if you take the romantic element out of it and see that he still maintains his interest in you as a person. I think women rely too much on their womanly women have power. We all know the ultimate power women have over men. We all know that. So let's just put that on the table first. I think women rely on that too much. And I think that they should let a man like you or love you for the person that you are first, and then start to become attracted to you for the woman that you are. Because you're a person before you're a woman.
Right.
You're a person first.
Right.
You breathe, you need air, you need water, you need to eat, you need to sleep. That makes you a human being. You're a person. Now, you're also a woman. So allow him to get to know you as a woman first, and vice versa. Get to know him as a man first before you look at, oh, he's tall, he's handsome, he has a lot of money. Get to know him as a person first. And if you like each other as people, then most likely you'll have a more successful chance of having a good relationship. I think the reason why you would come across a man and you'll tell him, well, this is what I'm looking for. And then he say, well, I'm all of those things. Today is your lucky day, baby. Today is your lucky day because I am everything that you said you are looking for. I think I understand it, and I used to be the same way, but now that I'm older, I realize that that's a recipe for disaster. Because a lot of men are after certain things. We know what a lot of men are after. So they're gonna tell you, it's like Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence. He told her everything, and then when he got it, he really loved somebody else. But now she like, no. No. It ain't going like that, buddy. Right. So I think that a lot of times the men that are saying, well, I'm bringing to you everything that you said you want, a lot of times they just being fake and phony. They just playing the part to get what they want, and then once they get it, then you get to see who they really are. I think you really need to take time out to figure out who they really are before they get a chance to. I think a woman needs to figure out who a man really is before he can figure out who she really is. Just to be safe, because women are the prey, men are the hunters. So you have to be a little bit more defensive when it comes to dealing with men than men have to be when dealing with women. A man is more dangerous to you in a lot of ways than a woman is dangerous to a man. So I think that when you come across a man and he's telling you I represent all the things that you say you're looking for, to be honest with you, most of the time he's lying. Most of the time he's lying. He's putting on a front. He's telling you what you want to hear to get what he wants. And then he's like, well, we'll figure it out after we done had sex. We'll figure it out after that. And that ain't going to never lead nobody nowhere. That's going to get everybody in all types of emotional entanglements and then create all types of emotional trauma. And then it's going to make it hard for you to love when you come across someone who genuinely does like you as a person first and as a woman second. But if a man likes you or lusts after you as a woman first, and he didn't even get to know you as a person yet, I don't think that's not a good foundation. So I think that from my point of view, I think that that's the reason why a woman could be like, I'm everything that he said he wanted, but he's still out here acting funny or looking at other women and doing this and doing that, is because maybe honestly he just told you what you wanted to hear. And we all want companionship. We all have a need for companionship. So sometimes those words sound sweet, especially if it's wrapped up in a good package. The words sound even sweeter, But the package and the words is one thing, but what is at the core? Once you unwrap that beautiful package and take the bow off, what's in the box? What's the prize? What's the present? And a lot of people are very surface oriented. Everything looks good on the surface, but as you get older, you realize that surface don't mean nothing. It doesn't, You see celebrities every day, right? You see so many rich, beautiful women and men, and they still not married and they still unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why is that? They're beautiful, handsome, rich, can find you could be with, but still unhappy. Still something is missing. You know, that's because it's key things that we need to work on as people that I think a lot of times we skip over when it comes to relationships and finding a good partner. What do you think? What do you think are the reason, from your point of view, why do you think men are like that?
I don't know. I think they just don't know deep down, like, what they really want, and mainly probably, they want to get in the pants, of course. That's a given. In some cases, that's a given.
Right.
But then I think in like other cases, they probably know, like, all right, if I tell this girl here, that I don't want a relationship, or, I don't I don't want anything serious, then they're not gonna get to be able to sleep with you. They're not gonna be
Right.
able to get that, okay, yeah, let's have to, be intimate or whatever. They're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
get that. So I think
Right.
that could.
Yeah. So now that brings me to another good question. So a lot of people say that they want 100% honesty. So now, if a man actually came to you, and we talked about this on the show maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you watched that show, but we definitely talked about this. If a man actually said to you, well, I don't really see me being in a relationship, but I really would love to have sex with you. And he's being 100% honest with you, straight up. He's telling it, he's keeping it a million with you. I think right there, even though he's being honest, and most women say that they want honesty from a man, I feel like in that situation, he would be being too honest. And most women would take that as offensive. Like, what the hell you mean you just want to sleep with me? Well, you told me you want me to be honest, right? Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to be honest? But now, if I'm honest, you're going to tell me, get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language. Who the fuck you think you are? Well, you told me to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't want you to be that honest. There's no such thing as that honest. It's either honest, either it's the truth, or if it's a lie. So if you want me to be honest, if a man would be that honest with a woman, ain't none of us going to never get none.
Not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true.
I think we would get less than more.
I mean,
if you just come up to a woman and just like, yo, all I want to do is sleep with you.
Like, if I want that and I don't want a relationship, and I think that's something that I can, agree upon, heck yeah. I'll be like, all right. Like,
right. So, all right. So now that brings me to another great question. And we was talking about this, and you was a part of that conversation. So you saying that if all you want from that person is sex, you would be able to say, okay, we got a mutual agreement here. We good. So now you mean to tell me you could continue to have, because if you had sex, if you're intimate with the person and you continue to be intimate with the person, then that means it's something about the intimacy that you like. Yeah. So you mean to tell me that you would be able to maintain that intimacy on such a high level with someone, and as a woman, not catch any feelings towards that man?
I've done it.
You didn't get you had great sex with a man and didn't have no emotional connection to him?
I mean, it was an emotional connection, but I kept it at bay. I didn't let it go past that because I saw that he wasn't going to give me that. So why would I, let my emotions go high to be hurt? So let's just keep this at bay.
Right.
And what happened was I kept it at bay. And then he flipped around and was like, you know what? I want a relationship. And I was like, but I thought you said.
Right. So you didn't have those type of feelings for him at all?
No.
Although the sex was good?
Yes. No, I'm staying strong.
You're a real Scorpio.
I will follow. You tell me, look, I don't want that. And you just want it. That's what we going to do. No,
well,
about it.
Right. Now that's your story and that's your testimony, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how many women do you think could live what you just said?
I don't think a lot can.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
from
very
like my
difficult.
experience and like seeing, and hearing different stories, I think a lot more females get caught up in, their emotions and thinking that, if I continue on, giving him good sex or being very intimate, then his feelings will change and his feelings will grow to something. And the
Right.
guy is just gun ho like, no.
Right. Because I was watching a video the other day and they made a great analogy. I love analogies. I try to come up with a lot of great analogies myself, and they made a great analogy that I was watching on this video. The gentleman said, you know how women can deal with guys, and some guys she knows that she's sexually attracted to, and some guys are strictly in the friend zone. They in the friend zone. That's all they ever going to be is in the friend zone. They're not going to be able to get up out of the friend zone because that's all she sees you as a friend. She enjoys your company. You may provide some type of value to her, but she's not attracted to you sexually. So no matter what he does, he's going to remain in the friend zone until he says, you know what? I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm out. I don't want to be your friend. And that's what, and fellas, if you are attracted to a woman, do not be her friend. Let her know straight up how you feel. Cause you just gonna you just torturing yourself. And the more you tolerate it, the longer you're gonna stay in that zone. If a woman likes your company and you like her romantically, and you see that she not trying to elevate you, stop being her friend, yo. Cause you only gonna end up hurt. And you're gonna start to resent her, and then it's gonna mess up your friendship. But that's a different topic for a different show. Going back to what I was saying. So women put men in the friend zone, right? Now, as men put women in the sex zone where they like, this is woman. I'm not going to ever be in a relationship with her, but I'll sleep with her. And I think that women have to realize that men have that list in their mind too. They have that division. Some women I see I could be in a relationship with, and some women I see that I can be intimate with. But the ones that I can only see that I can be intimate with are not going to be the ones that's going to be I'm going to put on the list of I could be in a relationship with. The same way women say, these are the guys that I could see as a friend, and these are guys that I could see myself being in a relationship with. It's just the same way women compartmentalize things, men do too. Unfortunately, ours is based on, sex or attraction or lust or temptation. Most of the time it's like, I'll sleep with her, but I wouldn't have no children with her, or I wouldn't marry her. And those are the things that go through men's mind. So that's why it's very difficult for me to see that most women would be able to have good intimacy with a man and not catch any type of feelings. Like, do you feel like that's healthy? Because I think intimacy stokes the fire of emotion. So you're like, you're repressing those feelings of great intimacy and trying to keep it under control. Like you said, you kept it at bay. So that means something was trying to keep something at bay. That means it's trying to get you, but you holding it back.
Not necessarily keeping it at bay, but it's like closed off. So you don't even, you wouldn't even, feel that because it's just not there. Like, I closed it off completely.
Right. All right. Let me just read what Ashley Larry said real quick. The man should not put himself in that position. If you like a woman and you know you are in the friend zone, quit trying to fight your way out of it. Yeah, I agree with Ashley Larry 100%. All right. So, all right. Damn, I'm looking at the time. I'll be forgetting I'm starting the show late. I'm like, damn, it's saying 8:30. It's almost 12 midnight. So let me ask you this last question. First of all, let me say, my Scorpio sister, I've been waiting for you to jump on the show with us, and I hope you come back. You are invited as much as you want, anytime you want. I truly appreciate you being here. That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna ask you one last question. All right? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now the show going into Sunday, because this show kind of like then carried over from Tuesday to Thursday, and it's still going to carry over to Sunday because the next topic we're going to talk about is being able to communicate. How do we communicate when communicate with the person that you love? And I think that is a great topic, because I think that lack of communication is what's destroying most of our relationships. All right. And Ashley Larry said, thank you for stepping to the front of the stage. All right. So I'm going to give you the stage and let you give your parting words on what you feel is the most important things in any good relationship. We done talked about lust. We done talked about love in both of these shows from Tuesday to today. So I want you to give your parting words on what do you feel are the most essential things to have a great sex life incorporated in a great relationship. What are the things that you feel like two people really need to focus on to keep that lust, that temptation, that desire for one another, but also don't let that desire get so outrageous where it's like everything is built on sex? All right, we're going to bring you to the front of the stage.
All right. One, I would say respect.
All right.
Communication. And one that I've learned over the past couple of years, honesty.
Okay.
I will hold that like very, very high on the totem pole. Like that's like at the top. Just to be honest. And with the honesty comes respect, and with the respect comes communication.
Okay. So let me ask you that out of those things that you just named, which one did you have the hardest time with yourself?
Communicating, I would say, for me.
Communicating? Yes. So that means you got to come and be on the show on Sunday and talk about the communication part with us. Because you said you have a hard time with it. And I think the more we talk about it, the better it'll be. The more you communicate, no pun intended, and hear different people's points of views on what communication looks like, it can help all of us. So I agree with you.
Communicating, like I would say, communicating effectively.
Okay. You talk with your hands?
I do.
You just did it. That's why I said it. You're doing it right now.
I absolutely do.
So I can only imagine how bad it get when you get angry. Shai, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I truly appreciate you. And welcome to the WCI. Officially, welcome to the WCIS community. And for you to be officially in the WCIS community, you got to do the outro with me on the camera. So here we go. All right, everybody, it's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toad, representing the WCIS. We can inspire someone. OPP only promote positivity. Shout out to Waterbed Hell. Shout out to Uncle DV. And shout out to Shy T. She's too shy. And shout out to the WCIS community. Thank you for tuning in to the community. That's all about unity. All right, Shy. Thank you so much. Hope to see you on Sunday. And if not, have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. And much love to you, my Scorpio sister. That's right. All right, Shy, have a wonderful night, okay? I'll see you on Sunday, hopefully. All right, later. All right, and then there was just your boy, Little Fat Mushy Tove. Another great show. And I love this conversation so much. Thank each and every one of you for tuning in, jumping on the show with us. Shout out to my man, Jay Clay. Shout out to Shy T. And shout out to everybody in the comment section, all right? I want y'all to have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Sunday at 7 o'clock. So, in closing, I want y'all to stay blessed, stay beautiful, but most importantly, stay positive. And it's your boy, Little Fat Mushy Toad. And thank you for joining the community. It's all about unity. Peace out, everybody. Later, y'all.